with no Miyamoto involvement whatsoever. Gotta love those early installments that don't get the lore quite right. For now, though, this here is a Goombo, just like a Goomba, and that other thing that I killed is a fly, and this is an invincibility star! Listen to the song. Though lives aren't super important. That decapitated loser was a bun. You stomp on him, and the physics you would have kicked the shell with builds up inside it, and it explodes. Make sure to run away, as it will still hurt Mario. As for the version that I'm playing, this is on a Super Game Boy running on a Super Nintendo. Chose it that way as this, yet not so with this one. For one, it's just that the audio doesn't clip in some places that it does in the normal release. This here is a piranha plant. Gee, no Miyamoto involvement. Never wears a hat even one time. And then we move, oh, that was close. Those things can launch fireballs. And it's not Bowser, but King Totomesu. I'm sure he'll catch on. You can get hit by the fireballs. I was going to say that the super balls do hurt him. You can defeat him and get some bonus points. His name is katakana for the name of Egyptian pharaohs. New enemy right away. This is a Honin. Moo. Boy, what a happy-go-lucky atmosphere this music provides in a land of blood rivers overflowing with dead fish that serve as a skeleton army through mind control. That seahorse dragon-looking thing. Its name is Yurarin Boo. Breathes fire, and you beat it by jumping on it. That's how all the enemies are in this place. This here is Mechabon. The body must be destroyed for the whole thing to go down for good, which is an instant ace in my book, of course. And there's just also in any Mario title could exist in Sarasaland with such a heavy focus on Daisy and monuments built to her. And Windmillville in Mario Party 7, I personally think fits the bill very well for being in Sarasaland, as that's not only Daisy's board. So that one definitely fits the bill the most. If you lived in Japan and saw that manga, he makes one appearance. Here you go. I could have gone for this thing having a more creative name like Goombla. A submarine that pops some heads, or gets popped like a balloon itself. Ouch, owie. Those three fish are Torian, or just Torian. Found only here, they swim to the left until they hit the edge of the screen and U-turn. Since this is our first auto-scrolling level, the change with the definitive release that I was talking about earlier with screen scrolling is that sometimes you'll appear on the opposite side of the screen if there's auto-scrolling going on. That's fixed in the definitive release. While we're going through it, I want to talk to you about the bonus level theme. Seems topical as it's the thing that I'm upset about not getting. Yet you respawn in pretty decent places. I've actually had times where this has respawned me ahead of where I died. Can only think of a few games that I've played like that, one of them being Zero Wing, the game with all your base are belong to us. I've actually played the game. Anyway, wow, I think that was the same fish that got me last time. Anyway, if I can get through... Maybe I just need to stop talking and have you listen to it. Is composed to be longer than it needs to be, making it the only unused music track in Super Mario Land. It sounds terrible. Doesn't it just sound the worst? I guess it kind of looks like an onion. If it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, you know. All around, they are known as Yurarins. Like I said, transliterations. They take a few hits to take down, they move all around, and they shoot. I wonder, is their pee called Urarin urine? They just kind of... However, what does hurt you, whether or not you hurt it, is this thing. Dragon Zamazasu! It has a horrific-sounding voice that sounds all too realistic to be in a Mario game. It is based on Easter Island, as evidenced by the heads in the background and the heads in the foreground. Only kind of, though. I can't really think of too many enemies that don't go down to that. Gonna hit this coin block. Oh, okay, good. That's well placed. I've had some weird stuff happen with those things when a teleport inside of me and hurt me anyway. Early when it's already too late. Oh, no, didn't. I've actually already hit it at 100,000. Died too quickly while I was talking about something else. That was the very cute sound. Usually if there's something like here, this is where I've had that thing teleport inside of me. Gotcha. I appreciate the weird hitboxes when it benefits me and when no other situation. She told you to call her Sue. Basically acts like a thwomp. It's just a spider that descends on its invisible thread that is all too thin to be displayed in this horrible resolution. It's possible these might be scuttlebugs from later Mario games, as they have the same color stripes on their bodies. Different words are Japanese onomatopoeia for spiders moving. Unlike thwomps, however, they can be beaten by a few shots, so it justifies making an original character. That over there is a Kumo. In Japan, it's called a black hop. Oh, whoa. Huh. That's kind of clever, actually. It's a lot like a warp zone in games of old, yet kind of more obtuse than that. To know. It's possible that this was made from leftovers of another level. I feel so naked without my super balls. Usually you feel naked with those. Clearly outdoors right now. Unless they drew very realistic clouds on the walls and had lots of room to build totem poles. Control over the IP in things that they've gotten the license to. Kind of a trademark, if you will. Paris eating a Weedle and stuff like that. Ah! Died in a bonus room. They thought of that. I didn't. Ah! Maybe that makes sense why they did it. Hop up. No. I said up. This is the boss of Eastern Kingdom. The Hee-Oi-Hoi! It's the name of the martial arts that it's performing on us. You can't just take a hit and go through. You can platform on top of the boulders that have names. It's just hard, but I did it. 10 super balls to kill if you want points. And we've come such a long way, and already it's over. It's known as a Pionpi. That made a lot more sense to me out of that design than something, but just look at them. Don't they look gorgeous? We'll do this. They take multiple super balls to take, like any kind of powerful enemy. Now, the reason why I take my super balls so seriously isn't just because I don't want to be without them whenever we meet Daisy for real. Don't have them. And so many things are dangerous to get close to. Either intentionally or due to poor programming. Old Japanese, well, I guess in this case Chinese, old kind of ink paintings, you know? It's so nice rushing when you don't need to worry about taking damage. And that would have been the thing I wanted, and I didn't get to keep it anyway. I don't think I've actually gone over ducking yet. It is a legitimate utility that, presumably from all the fish that Tatanga is killing to control them. God, the most thoroughly depressing Mario enemy is the one who understands me. We're basically a Patui Piranha in later Mario games. There's that weird Mario Land influence showing up once again. Got one of these. They remind me of Panzers from Mario 2, and I consider that the roughest enemy to deal with. Stomp on Yumbo, Goombo. Super Mario Land. Kaiten Suru Hono! It sounds so angry, almost like that was my battle cry for grabbing the star. No! This is a prime example of the Let's Play curse. There's your diagonal. Got to see that. I'm just gonna be slow and methodical here. Usually I don't like being slow and methodical in Mario games because I feel like when your speed is... This is the Sky Pop, an ability for Mario that made one return, and it's in Yoshi's Woolly World of all places. And this final enemy of death that we are facing in the final level of Super Mario Land is... chicken. The description says, a warbird tamed by Tatanga. Chicken. I would have personally chosen something better for my flying military forces. We have these plants known as Rokatone that launch bullet biffs backwards, and the artwork suggests that they're Lakitus, or minions. Either way, I think the idea of putting Lakitu into other things to fly around in is a very creative idea that you could get a lot of mileage out of. Chickles will home in on you if they have a chance to get close, keep them away. Now I have to know. Perhaps maybe it's just a disposition and an affinity to the character, but because of Super Mario Land, I actually thought Peach's name was Daisy for years. I remember that when I got Super Mario 64, I thought her name had been Daisy, and I was very surprised when I saw play them on other friend systems, and usually whatever they called stuff was just whatever I called it. Fitting that they would save the strongest enemy for last. It didn't disappoint. Hello, Tatanga. I see they took a lot of creative liberties when adapting you for the graphics. You also don't sound like I'd imagine a cute cloud with eyes to sound. Oh no! Got an extra life to make up for the one I lost. Those can't be hurt. You know this isn't really Tatanga. Its name is Bio Kinton. It's just a cute little cloud that poops out chickens. What came first, the chicken or the egg? The answer is neither. The cloud. The things you teach me, Mario. Oh boy. Just keep hitting it. Make it make horrific sounds. Here it comes, Tatanga, the mysterious spaceman. I'm not joking. That's how his title is officially written in every official source. You know, the 2 times that he has ever appeared in anything. He is the main antagonist. Bowser makes no appearance whatsoever. I suggest dodging the bullets, not focusing on damage, and you should be pretty good. For instance, if you would be so kind as to show up here any second now. Flies appearing much earlier in 1-1 than they originally did. Every single change, but there is replayability. All you need to know is that it's saving Daisy on hard. Beating second quest, and when you run out. I got my decapitation shoes on. It's actually worse to be large at this part, so I'm guessing that's why that bonus room was put just before this. Why is this lion bawling like a sheep? Secret room down here in 2-1 I don't think I showed. Need to get hurt to do it though, because you gotta be small. Do until actually checking it. Last up are the contents of these question mark blocks. These lifts and alternate pathways are a good example of a challenge I face when researching games, actually. I was mistaken about how scarce the sky pop is. It turns out the second to last boss, Biokinton, isn't actually a cloud. He's rather a being no one has ever seen before hiding in a cloud. There's some very small topics like game over screen. What a fitting end for such an alright game.